everyone, and welcome back. Today I wanted to do a convention story. I love watching these videos. I think they're really fun. I don't know how entertaining mine is. Hopefully I can make it entertaining for you guys. But yeah, so for my first convention story, I figured I would talk about my first time going to a convention ever, and that was Phoenix Comic Con 2016. Yeah, 2016 Phoenix Comic Con. And it was a mess. Like, it was just a hot mess from beginning to end. So to start off, my friends and I all decided we wanted to go to Comic Con after we attended a smaller convention. And when I say attended, we only went one day. To Tucson Comic Con, and we were like, you know what, let's go to Phoenix Comic Con, we're gonna do it. So we planned it out, bought our tickets and everything like that. I decided I wanted to be Fran from Final Fantasy XII. She's been one of my dream cosplays, and I don't know why I picked something so difficult, because I was still extremely new to cosplaying and just creating stuff in general, but I chose Fran. And I made it there. Like, I wore her to the convention, but let me tell you. So, to back up a little bit, we waited, I think, until like 2 months before the convention to book our hotel. So that was fun. Like, we were all ready and we're talking about it, and we're just like, wait, we don't have a hotel. So before we even got there, it was a mess. We got our hotel and our friend was like, oh, it's nearby, blah, blah, blah. So we're like, whatever. We leave up Thursday. So the convention is Thursday through Sunday. And we left up to go to Phoenix that Thursday. And when we got up there, our hotel was nowhere near close to the convention center. We were like on the other side of town pretty much. Maybe not that far away, but we were a good amount away from the convention center. But we were like, oh, that's fine. Our hotel had like a shuttle that we could take to and from the convention center and all this other stuff. So we were okay with that. And hey, free breakfast. So Thursday we get up there. We just kind of relaxed when we got to the hotel. We just relaxed. We went out and ate and we chilled. And we were like, all right, Friday is, you know, day one. We're going to get up early. We're going to go get our badges. We're going to, you know, have so much fun, blah, 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 blah. Little did we know, like, you should probably pick up your badges as soon as you get there. But, you know, con tip number one, get your badges early. If they, like, as soon as you get there, pick up your badges. We didn't think about that. In our heads, if we got up early and we got to the convention center early, we would get our badges early and there wouldn't be a long line. Everyone else and their mom had that same idea that Friday. So we, on top of that, we had to, like, so we wanted to leave at 10. And so we had to be down for our shuttle at our hotel by like 9:30. And then they would leave, and they kind of left a little bit late. But anyways, we got to the convention center and we're just like, okay, this is cool. Like, yeah, we're here. We're so excited. And then I'm in my Fran cosplay, by the way. And by the time we get to the convention center, my cosplay is already falling apart. My thigh straps had completely broken off. And as like I was trying to fix one, a guy was like, hey, can I get a photo of you? And I was like, sure. So I'm like holding it up in his photo. And yeah, so my thigh strap for one of my armor pieces came off. And then I think something else came off as well. And so I was like, this is gonna be fantastic. So we go to get in line, only to find out we have to walk literally 10 minutes just to get to the end of the line. And we stood in line just to get our badges for 3 hours. 3 hours we stood in line in 110 degrees heat. I was so done. Like, I was so done. And if you tried to sit down, like, they had benches, but if you tried to sit down in them, security was like, no, you have to get up, you have to be in line. And I'm like, I'm technically in line, but I'm sitting down because my feet hurt. And they're like, nope, gotta stand up. So I'm in heels and half my cosplay is made of Warbler. My helmet like came off, and it was so hot that it had reheated the Warbler and it was losing its shape. So that was happening. I think my second thigh piece broke off. My side flaps, by the time I actually got my badge, when we finally got in, my side flaps had like come off or something like that, and I was like on the verge of tears. I was just so done. My feet were killing me. And we hadn't even entered the convention center yet. Like, we just got our badges and I was already ready to go back to the hotel. But I sucked it up, and we had a good time. I was really surprised at actually how many people recognized my character, me being Fran from Final Fantasy XII. I think I underestimated the popularity of that game. I personally haven't played it yet. I just really liked her character design. So, yeah, but I got a lot of photos. A lot of people were super excited, and that was really fun. Like, that was like super cool to me, and it made me feel like I did a good job on the cosplay. So, yeah. I don't think we spent a good amount of time just kind of in the exhibition hall is what they call it, and then we went upstairs where they kind of do the autographs and the photo shoots, and they had a lot of other vendors, and they had booths kind of on top and bottom, so we kind of walked around a little bit, but I was in a lot of pain. I ended up taking my shoes off, which was a huge mistake because I couldn't get them back on, and I was just like, I was on the verge of tears. So we left and we went back to our hotel. Obviously you had to wait for the shuttle, and when we got back, I like iced my feet. We went to the jacuzzi, I iced my feet and everything, but I was in pain. Like, I was crying by the end of the night. I was in so much pain. So that was day one. So my camera died midway through, and I wasn't expecting that because it had like, I don't know. Anyways, so day two of the convention, I obviously wore Fran again because that is the only costume I bought, and I was just like, I'm gonna go wear my heels again, hopefully, like, hope for the best, hope I don't die. I did. I ended up taking them off, like, I don't know, it was just a mess. Like, I ended up taking my heels off. Oh, and that night, Friday night, or was it Saturday? I think it was Friday night, we went to Walmart and I bought some elastic to fix my thigh armor so that it would stay up. So that was a good thing. I was able to buy some elastic and Velcro. Con tip number 2, have a cosplay fix-up kit with you. And, you know, bring flats with you. Con tip number 3, bring some flats with you at the convention center in case you get tired of wearing heels. Don't be like me. Do not suffer. Do not suffer. I suffered. I was in an immense amount of pain. Just so much. Like, I can't even describe how I was feeling. It sucked. My feet were swollen. They were like bright red. And I ended up just not wearing shoes at all because it was just painful. It was painful to walk. I ended up just kind of sitting down on the ground for a while, and then people were like, oh, can I get your photo? And I was like, sure, take my photo. Like, I was still taking photos barefoot. I didn't care. I don't think I had any armor pieces fall off after I fixed them that morning, but I was done. Like, honestly, Saturday, it was fun. I really enjoyed the fact that people wanted photos, but I was fucking done with the convention. I was just in pain, and all I wanted to do was just lay down and sleep. We stayed until like 5-ish or so, and then we were gonna go back to our hotel and then try to make it back for the masquerade. However, I was in so much pain that I told them I'm not gonna be able to do it. Like, I was crying again. Like, I was bawling. And the issue, though, the reason why they didn't go to the masquerade was because our shuttle stopped like working at a certain time. They stopped picking up people and like dropping you off places after a certain time. And I believe the masquerade started at 7 and it went until maybe 9-ish, 7, 8, 9. And I think the cutoff was like 10. So they didn't want to risk it. I don't know. I don't know why my friends didn't go. I told them I was perfectly fine being in the room by myself. I was in pain. I didn't really want to be bothered or anyone to talk to me. So I just kind of sat with, like we had the ice bucket and I just had ice on my feet the whole entire time. And I just sat there and pouted. Like I was just like done. Sunday, I wore flats. Obviously Sunday was the last day and I did just a casual Fran, and it was weird because people were still asking me for photos and I was just like, sure, whatever. So I was taking photos. I felt a lot better and it was a lot more like enjoyable for me on Sunday. But yeah, the first 2 days sucked so bad. Never again will I ever want to experience that. I would not wish that on like my worst enemy or anything like that. So definitely learned a lot from my first convention, like just so many things. We were extremely overwhelmed in general. Didn't attend any panels or anything like that. Like I don't even think we looked at the panels and stuff that they were having. We spent most of our time in the exhibition halls, going up and down the stairs, looking at everything and like looking at all the cosplayers. It's just, when you go to a large convention for the first time, it's extremely overwhelming. And I know a lot of people say that, but it's so true. And that's what it was. Like I was like overwhelmed. There's just so much to look at and like so much that you could do. But our biggest issue was that our hotel was like further on the other side. So I guess we felt we couldn't really partake in these other events that were happening because we, like how we get back, because we took our shuttle there. We didn't drive to the convention center. We took our hotel shuttle. So I think we were just very conscious about that the whole time. And we spent, if we weren't at the convention, we were eating or we were just at our hotel hanging out. But it was still fun and an enjoyable experience. Also extremely painful. And yeah, we, like I said, learned so much and kind of improved the second year round, which was like way more fun. And also Phoenix Comic Con, because people had to wait, like I think Saturday people had to wait. If you hadn't gotten your badge yet, people had to wait like 4 or 5 hours in 110-degree heat. Just straight heat. It's literally just being in the pits of hell. And so because so many people complained, they were like, oh, okay, well, we heard you. We're going to make changes, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. We're so sorry. And yeah, so that was my first convention story. It kind of like a hell convention. Like it just sounded like a miserable time. I know that's like what it seems like from my story, but I did have a good time. I was with my friends. We had a lot of fun. There was a lot of cool artists and stuff down there, a lot of cool cosplayers, but I didn't feel like I really got the convention experience just because I was in so much pain for my cosplay. And because of where our hotel was located, we just weren't very versed in anything at all. So yeah, that is my story. That is my first convention. I hope you guys like it. If you guys want to see more convention stories, give this video a thumbs up. Do you guys have any, any, like memorable memories of your first convention? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys have any specific convention stories you want to hear about, again, you can leave it in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me talk. I don't know. Yeah, so thank you. Love you. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye.